like I said, you kind of want to point it away from you.
Just towards everybody else?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like behind
And
you.
it's, the sclera is really, oh, it's already leaking on the other side, which actually makes it harder to cut through, especially when you have a dull-ass scalpel.
Have your glasses on.
There it goes. All right. So once you're through with the scalpel, you can take the scalpel out. I prefer to leave it in. That way I know where the incision is. And then I can get my scissors in there. Once my scissors are in, pull the scalpel out, and you're done with the scalpel. So again, coronal cut. And again, it's pretty tough.
I'm just like waiting to get this one inside.
We're pretty safe
Right
now.
now? Okay.
I've relieved the pressure. Oh, we start without you again, man.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
All I do is make the first incision. So
Okay. We got video
we do,
footage.
indeed. So again, really tough. Try not to cut yourself. Don't stab yourself with the scissors. Just keep on working it around. Yeah, it's starting to get some cool stuff in there. That jelly is the vitreous humor, the kind of yellowy stuff that is the retina. Open it up over here so you can see. And most of that's going to come out and just kind of fall out gross and weird.
So crazy.
So yeah, this is all retina here.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
That's retina?
Retina, that's the
Okay.
retina.
Is the yellowish part?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
And then behind that is the choroid. Humans don't have a choroid like this per se. Bovine animals, cats, things like that tend to have choroid because of eye shine. So when you shine a light in their eyes, their light reflects back. When you shine a light in our eyes, what comes back? Red. Red eye from camera? Yeah.
I always have.
So that you get that reflection, you must have like really big pupils.
I do.
There you go. It's very sympathetic of you. So, and just do that out. So the only two structures back here are the retina and the choroid. All huh?
Which one was the choroid?
What's behind the retina, the shiny part?
The shiny.
Yeah, what gives the eye shine.
The posterior part of the eye?
So behind the retina, yeah. Yeah. Now most retinas on these cow eyes is going to be detached, so it's just kind of flopping around here. This one actually looks pretty good. Most of them are not this good. Okay. This jelly stuff, that is vitreous humor, and that is in the posterior chamber of the eye. Actually, the retina kind of tore on this one, so you got a little retina on the vitreous humor. So all that jelly stuff, that gives the eye some shape. That's vitreous humor again, posterior chamber of the eye.
Which just fell out?
Yep,
Okay.
big blob of gel. So this right here is the lens, and that's suspended in there with ligaments and muscles.
That bubble?
Yeah, little ball in there. Your lens is obviously much smaller and thinner than that. So we're actually just going to pop it right out. Just kind of peel it and it'll just come right out of there. Now we noticed some watery fluid came out when I pulled the lens out. That's aqueous humor. So glaucoma comes from a buildup of aqueous humor, increased anterior chamber pressure. Okay, so that's the lens. Right here we have the pupil. Okay, this ridgy part right here, the colored part of your eye, that's the iris. All that pupil, iris, pupil,
Which one?
iris. The pupil is actually just a hole. It's just a hole in the iris. So pupil, iris.
I don't think that I should
Pupil,
take a picture.
iris. Okay?
Oh,
And that's everything inside the eye. So outside of the front of the eye, the anterior. So the white part of the eye is the sclera. The clear coating over the iris and the pupil is called the cornea. Anybody had LASIK surgery? They go in, they're actually going to use a laser to flap your cornea back. Your cornea is avascular, so it doesn't heal. So when they get done with the LASIK, they just flap your cornea back over and it's just there.
The white part is the sclera.
Sclera
And
and the
the
cornea.
black and part is the
All the white part.
Okay.
So you see that border, that everything here, the clear part, that's cornea. and this is all sclera.
Okay.
So, and again, let's reinforce the two fluids, which at least one of those, maybe both, will be on your lab practical, and possibly lecture exam as well. Vitreous humor in the posterior chamber, aqueous humor in front of the lens in the anterior chamber. So aqueous anterior, and then I guess by default vitreous posterior. Okay? Questions? So the eye model next door has everything except for the two fluids on it. The vitreous and aqueous. Okay? And the vitreous and aqueous will be on your lecture next time, but you will, once we do that lecture, you will have already taken your lab practical. So want to emphasize it now so it helps.